Few cars gain the legend tag, and there's no argument that the Nissan GT-R is certainly one of them. The car's reputation precedes it, and after all, how many giant slayers get to be called Godzilla? The third generation GT-R has been around since 2007. Now, right through its lifespan, it's seen lots of upgrades and changes, and these are mechanical mostly. And you can never really look at one GT-R and think, all right, that's just the new generation or the current generation. This one, though, I have to say, outdoes all of that because it's got the most changes we've ever seen happen, and with a view to make the car just that much more dynamic, that much more of a GT-R. So is it? I began my GT-R experience out on the open road, driving the 2017 model from Düsseldorf in Germany to Spa here in Belgium. When you get into the new car's plush cabin, hit the red start button and bring the monster to life, it almost urges you to get going. On the one hand, engine cooling has been increased, which means there's a greater flow of air going in, which could hamper the aerodynamics, but the overall shape of the and design of the car has been tweaked again to try and get some of that under control and keep downforce also in place. The new engine now has a new ignition and a new titanium exhaust system to give it extra boost pressure. The twin-turbo 3.8-litre V6 adds 20 bhp of power now and a bit more torque too. What is great about the GT-R is that it races to high performance very quickly. There is something to be said about this gearbox. While it's really efficient and works well, it's been mated nicely to this engine. Just the fact that you're getting so much torque from this motor going to all four wheels, frankly, it could have done with another gear ratio, and you feel that more so on the highway when you're at cruising speeds. The GT-R has surprisingly flat body control. The big takeaway for me after spending time with the GT-R is its very direct and extremely responsive steering. The 7-kilometer Spa track is brilliant, blind hill climbs and tight hairpins. Quick is the key word at this track, as it has extremely fast turns, and the GT-R was completely at home on it, despite being a gruff and somewhat heavy sports car. What a fantastic track. Everything they say about it is true, and the good part is that the stiffer chassis on the new car is a lot more forgiving, so it kind of lulls you into this sense of being able to push yourself without realizing it, and yeah, I've had a blast. Can't wait to go out at least one more time, at least. Luckily for me, I still had time with the GT-R back on the road. I drove the car for over 300 kilometers in rainy and very miserable conditions, and yet not once was the cabin lacking on comfort. Now, it's very obvious that with the 2017 redesign, Nissan wasn't simply just going for extra performance. It was also going very specifically after the premium car buyer, because the interior or the cockpit feel has been enhanced with all sorts of little goodies. You've got Napa leather on the dash. It's overall a much more high-end feel that you get from the trim on this cabin, but it still retains all the good bits like the R mode switches down here, and in addition, again, keeping that buyer in mind, is a better infotainment screen, and which is of course a touch screen, but also something you can navigate with this little iDrive-like menu down here. The GT-R will arrive in India around Diwali this year, and its engines may be down-rated for local fuel conditions with an over 100 bhp drop.